Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Another episode of the Detour Live, and what another epic day of Grand Tour racing in 2022. The conditions were pretty shocking at the end there, but a fantastic story. And we do have obviously an Australian cycling bias on this show, and we're proud of it. And Jay Vine gets the chocolates, Johnny Toraro.
Yes, look, amazing, really. I mean, we had a chat with him before the start, and he was sort of hoping maybe to get into the break, and he punctured, and so he missed his chance to get in the break, which is probably a fantastic thing because, well, not probably, it was a fantastic thing because he then went to have to do it the hard way. He, went just shot away from all the big stars, and a horrendous day, as you said. And we were lucky enough, Vati and I were up there, bit of iffy luck, to be at the finish and to witness it all, which was just wonderful.
We've had Jay. Here's the reaction post finish line. We've had him on the show before, but his story, and we've covered it, it's been incredible because obviously coming from the Zwift Academy, a virtual racer, and then he proved himself when he went over to Turkey for his big race with the team at the time, and you knew he had something special. And
it was. The whole story is something else. I mean, he ran fifth, I think, in the Sun Tour in 2020, so we knew it was a domestic race, but we knew he was good. But this is another level. It's his first race ever in Europe first win ever in Europe, and to do it on a Grand Tour. It's not a bad way, but not just a lucky win or someone win the stage. This was riding away from the best. Evenepoel was chasing hard and couldn't close that gap. Evenepoel wanted the red, but he was really going hard to stay away from Roglic. But he wanted that stage win, but he couldn't pull him back.
Well, there is a bit of a shake-up on the GC iffy, but let's have a look at the stage results. There you've got Jay Remco 15 seconds behind. Enric Mas was up there. But the big one is obviously Roglic losing, a minute and, geez, how good's my math? 22 seconds to Remco, which puts Remco in. I'll bring up the GC overall in a second. But
it's amazing. There's a large group come in with Remco, with Jai, Simon Yates, and Ben O'Connor, but they were all at minute 20 down on Evenepoel and a minute 37 down on Jay, who was great. It was a fantastic win. And he was, afterwards, one of the commentators asked him what's it like to be the strongest climber in a Grand Tour. He said, "Oh, no, I wouldn't say that." Well, I'm going to pull him up on it tomorrow morning before the start. I'll say, "Hey, mate, you were the strongest climber today." There's no doubt.
Here's the GC.
Yeah, so Remco's moving into the lead. Rudy Millard, overnight leader, has clung on to second. Enric Mas moved into third. Roglic now fourth at 1 minute and 1 second behind Evenepoel. So, that's going to be bloody interesting. Really great to watch. Sivakov, the big loser really for the day was the Ecuadorian, Richard Carapaz, who dropped another minute from all these guys, so he won't come back from that.
No. All right. Well, we've got a lot of interviews again. Here's your first batch. I've bundled them up with all the Aussies first, and then we'll go to the internationals pre-start. So here's all the Aussies before the start.
So it's about to get serious today, eh?
Yeah, definitely. The finish is pretty tough. Looks like a pretty tough climb. So it should be a solid day.
It's a new climb. I don't think anyone really knows much about it. It's a new climb today. So new in the Vuelta.
Yeah, I mean, none of the guys have done it before, so a bit unknown. We've just seen obviously the profile and a few images of it. So it should be exciting. It looks like a hard climb, so it should make for an interesting race.
So you've got a day off red jersey duties, but they could very well come back after the day.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, you just have to wait and see how the race pans out and what FDJ decide to do, and then what's happening there in the finish. Whether anyone wants to take it up to go for the stage, or whether it's like yesterday and a group gets away to the finish.
So what do you think your role will be today?
I think, just obviously still look after Primoz. Hopefully we still have a few of us going into the last climb and just support him as good as possible.
So Jay, getting interesting today. Today the first real challenge of this Vuelta.
I think today's going to be interesting. It's not typical Vuelta, is it? You know, there's no 15% for 4Ks yet in this race, but I think the final climb's still pretty challenging. So we'll see what happens.
I'm sure they're coming later, but for you, how's your form? How do you feel?
Yeah, feeling good. Look, the plan is always to go for that stage win. So just been losing time throughout the race so far. The first goal is always that stage win. So we'll see how it happens today.
So today could be that opportunity, because very realistically a break could stay away again.
Yeah. We had a couple of plans yesterday. They didn't come to fruition. The race went really long, and I mean Soler went when no one was expecting it. So kudos to him for bridging a 2-minute gap by himself. That was pretty impressive. But yeah, we're hoping for a lot smarter race today and see if I can get myself or one of the other guys in the move.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Jai, how are you, mate? Now, it's getting serious today. What do you think will happen in today's stage?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the hardest stage, but I think it's probably the first test for the GC guys with the two hard climbs at the end there. So especially the second last one is a really tough climb, and then the first half of the last climb is also really solid. So we'll see how it goes.
You think it could be like a race in two, one for separate GC for the attacking guys, and one for the real hitters?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it being a big fight for the breakaway again today, and it'll be interesting to see what FDJ do and what Jumbo do, but I think it'll be a hard finish, and I don't think it's super decisive, but I think it'll be pretty solid.
And you yourself, how are you feeling at the moment?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, just ticking along nicely, so I can't complain. Still here, still kicking, so it's the main thing, eh?
Our regular morning update. So what's the plans for Ineos today, mate?
Look, today's the day for the lighter fellas, not for me. So I'll try to do my work early and then recover for the rest of the day and watch the boys get to work. But hopefully the weather holds off. It's not looking promising, but I think today's the day where it's going to get shaken up. We've already lost a little bit of time to the Jumbo boys, so I think that's what we're going to try and make it up today.
So you think it'll be a breakaway stage win and then a race for the GC boys at the back, or what?
Yeah, I actually think it might. The GC guys might go for the win. Those 10 seconds at the end are quite important. We already saw Roglic is pulling away using that, so I think maybe we'll try and keep it together. I think that second last climb, that penultimate climb, is actually the harder one, and I think if the GC boys go hard up that, it'll come back together and they'll race for the win at the last one. But yeah, look, we've got 4 cards to play, and hopefully we can use our numbers really well and team up on the others.
There you go. It was obviously plan A for Jay Vine, Iffy.
Yes. Yeah, look, what a wonderful ride. I can't wait to listen to him. And it's funny how what happened. It was a terrible day, and they said we got a message through saying there is no shelter at the finish. We suggest, unless you have to be there, that you stay to the press centre. So finding the press centre was hard enough. We finally found it. It was in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere, not near the course, 10, 15K from the finish. So we found that, plenty of time. I thought, you know what? I said to Vazzy, not much is going up there. We'll go to where the team buses are and we'll get the interviews with the guys when they come down. Because we were told they would go over the top down to the team buses. Well, that's not what happened. They had to ride back down the race. But so we got the guy at the press centre to give us the information. Put a pin drop. We drove there. No, sent us the wrong way. We hit the course, 4K to go. You've got no vision at all. The fog, whatever you want to call it, the low cloud was in. You could see 20 feet. We get there. We're going to have to go up the finish. So we're up there, and then we come across this magnificent guy on his horse. Wow, looked like one of the last apocalypse. He could ride. And so he galloped up in front of us from 3K to go. So then we get there. You can't see anything. There's no GPS. We can't hear what's going on. We see on the TV that Jay Vine's up front. I said, Vassie, he's going to win this with a better pile. But we couldn't even, we got there. We didn't even know what to say to anyone. But it was just great to be there. Great to be there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here's the second batch of pre-race interviews, and there's a grab in there with Remco Evenepoel before the start as well. So let's have a squeeze.
Simon Yates, the race is really hotting up today. First big climb to the finish. How's the form?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually looking a bit cold today, so I mean, that could also change the racing. We've been racing in some quite harsh conditions the last couple of days, humid and heat, so yeah, we'll see how the body picks up, but yeah. I mean, I need to gain some time back, so if the legs are good, maybe I could try some today, but yeah, we'll see.
How do you think it'll pan out? Do you think a break will be allowed to go, or do you think it'll be you GC guys going for the finish?
Yeah, I don't know. Now with the new leader in the race, it could go both ways. It could go anyway. I expect a big fight like yesterday for the breakaway. And then, yeah, because I don't know who's going to be really interested from a GC point of view to bring it back. I mean, I think a lot of teams will be looking for the breakaway, so we'll see how that goes.
Good luck today, mate.
Thanks.
Simon, what was the tactic yesterday with having Lawson after row? Was that just part of the plan to have somebody to break
yeah, I don't know actually. No, we were just covering moves, and he just ended up in the move. But I'm happy for those guys to do that. I actually like that those guys have an opportunity and to try for themselves. He's obviously got great legs. We'll see how he pulls up today. But yeah, hopefully the other guys will have some chances too.
How are your sensations this first 6-7 days of racing for you so far?
It's been okay. I think it's been quite really hostile conditions here, real humid and quite hot. I think, well, right now it's feeling quite warm as well, but might be quite cold towards the end, so we'll see.
Fred, I'm not going to say that ornaments were flying in the team bus yesterday, but I heard you were a little bit frustrated with the way it turned out.
Yeah, I was, but I just can't let that get to me, you know. I think I've obviously got, I'm in really good shape after the tour, and I just got to keep pushing, and it's gonna come, you know. Just got to keep trying, and yeah, I'm happy. I get to wear a leader's jersey in the tour at least, and then Vuelta at least, so nah, it's still a pretty good day out, I'd say.
Do you have the sense that you're a bit of a marked man these days, particularly after the tour you rode?
Potentially, but I think I just need to keep a cool head. I think I got maybe a bit too frustrated yesterday. Just need to gamble a little bit more. Maybe show that I was, you know, play the acting card a little bit and pretend, you know, sort of not show my card so early. I guess I made it quite maybe a bit too clear that I was one of the strongest in that move, and yeah, maybe that's what cost me, but. You race how you race, you know. You race how you want to race in the moment. So it's hard to, you know, it's easy to look back and see what you could have done differently. But it's going to come at some point, and I'm just, yeah. I really enjoyed it yesterday on the crowds, on the climb and everything. I think I got to absorb that as well as there's the disappointment, but you know, still a great day.
Fred, I was going to say, you said online this morning that you were your legs were maybe too good.
Yeah, I think I was just surprised that the climb, you know, I kind of necessarily want to be in the breakaway in the first place, because I was thinking, oh, that climb's I'm not going to get over that. So the way I was feeling the first time up, I think it was a bit of it was a shock to me at the time. And I think even the team as well. I think that we're pleased that I can, good up a climb like that. But at the same time, I think that's what it might have even been better if I was coming from behind to join. I don't know.
I mean, Pollard is kind of thought of as a semi-climber. Is there any chance that you give yourself any chance today of climbing faster than him and taking that red jersey?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I'm feeling. Yesterday was a big day out, so yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna enjoy my day in white, but yeah, we'll see how he's feeling as well. But yeah.
It'll be a big test of the 12.6 kilometre climb. What are your sort of big reference points? What's the day that you can think back to and say to yourself, well, that's what I can do on a climb like this?
I mean, to be honest, yesterday I kind of felt, wow, this is, I've never climbed like this before. So yeah, we'll see. But there's a lot of breakaway. There's going to be more breakaway opportunities. So I kind of got to think about those as well. So we'll just see how I'm feeling today, to be honest. Cheers.
Daryl,
What's happening?
life in the old dog yet, mate?
Still some left in the tank, eh? No, it was a tough day yesterday, but yeah, gave it everything I had. I rode it smart. I had nothing else left to give. I had one bullet left for that sprint, so that was it. Praying, gambling, everything had come back together, but didn't come back together. So that's how it goes.
Yeah. At one stage there, 2K to go, it looked like they might be coming back. You would be thinking about a stage win then.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen. I knew Fred and Rudy were going for the jersey, so I thought, okay, there'll be a bit of a tussle between the two of them. But yeah, I was hoping that one of them would close it. But there were so many guys there, everyone by themselves. Very difficult to pin it on someone else to bring it close. So they had I think us being there all together has just helped him win. So yeah, I mean, I was happy to win the sprint. So yeah, it's a shame it's the second.
Sensational ride, mate. Good luck today.
Thank you. Cheers.
What do you know about the climb?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So how do you study for a stage like this?
Yeah, like yesterday evening when I had dinner, just looking a bit on on VeloViewer, the website that we all use, just looking a bit into the gradients, into the running, and yeah, it looks like a really nice regular climb. So I think it's going to be a first GC test, and I hope to not lose any time again. And yeah, it's always better to take a bit of time, like Primoz also says, but obviously it's not going to be easy to take time on it.
What's your prediction that'll happen as far as Rudy Millard and the red jersey there, and also will the GC riders like yourself come out and fight today, or is it too early?
I think probably for the stage, I think it looks like a breakaway stage again. Depends on how FDG controls the brake. And if there is not any dangerous guy in the front for their jersey, I think they will let it go. And then I think that then the race in the GC group will explode on the last climb. But yeah, I think for this week the most tricky stage is Saturday. So there still might be a bit of hide and seek for today. But I think if every mountain finish is always a bit racing, a bit yeah, looking into the favorites. But of course, yeah, this we have to see the race situation. Also, if there's a guy on 2 minutes or let's say 4 or 5 minutes in the breakaway, they won't let it go too far, and then it's more leaning into a GC race. But I don't think it's going to be. I mean, we have to wait until the break is gone, and then we can decide. Yeah.
Remco, how good do you think your legs are based on the last few days?
So far good, but yeah, we also didn't really race yet. I mean, for the GC guys. But definitely there's been 2 really fast days yesterday, almost 2 hours full gas racing for the breakaway. I'm happy it was quite large road, so I could still have a benefit of the slipstream. But definitely I think it's stage 6 now, with some hard races, with some hot weather conditions, so the legs will start to feel a bit sore for everybody.
but I just hope that the soreness is not too high for me today.
All right, well, there's a good batch of interviews from before the start. Now, protocol, John. When the host broadcaster for their country are chatting to the rider, you can't cut them off.
I didn't cut him off. I let him go, and I just jumped in with a good one.
Well, I'm just trying to prevent Biffo in the mix zone coming up, mate. All right, let's have a quick break. When we come back, we've got all the post-race reaction, including an interview with Jay Vine, so stay tuned.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Thanks again, Bike Exchange. Get over to bikeexchange.com.au if you need anything bike related. You need a mountain bike, e-bike, road bike, any bike accessories. You'll get the best deal, and you'll be supporting your local dealers wherever you are in the world, John.
Exactly, and they're a great company that also sponsor one of the great bike teams in the world too. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Win a chicken dinner. All right, let's have a look at all the post-race interviews, as we said, with particularly Jay Vine after the finish.
Sensational. Right. Okay. You go first.
Jay, congratulations. First victory for you. Go victory for you in a very special day here in La Vuelta. Tell us all your day.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like, as you said, it's the first pro victory, but I think it's like the first victory I've had in a UCI event. Like, right before that, it's just amateurs. So, yeah, I'm so close so many times this year alone. It's pretty special to get that win, especially like at a Grand Tour. Like, you asked me 3 years ago when I was racing back in Australia, this would not have even been close on my mind.
It's real, it happened, and I don't know if it was the plan.
Absolutely not. I got a flat tyre 5 kilometres into the race and missed the break. I literally got back to the bunch as the break went, and it was still in the plan for me to, do something from the GC group if it all came back together. But I mean, I watched the tour. The GC group's pretty fast, so to be able to attack away and stay away is pretty special.
How is it to be fighting for a state victory, knowing that Remco Evenepoel is coming behind?
Yeah, well, he got away from me at the Tour of Norway a couple of months ago, so I was able to stay ahead of him this time. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this sort of effort from sea level to about 1,100 metres is sort of what I'm really good at. I live above this height. I think it's 1,100 metres here. I live at 1,300, so yeah, it's a pretty nice win.
Which were your first thoughts when you saw yourself as a victor?
The first thoughts were absolutely towards my wife, who supported me basically to try and turn pro. We sold everything back in Australia. So I'm going home in November, and I'm going to be living out of a suitcase for a couple of months. Home is now in Europe, and she gave up everything. She gave up her professional life to be able to support me. So yeah, that one was for her. Thank you.
Yeah, so Jay, we spoke this morning. You said you're trying it up the road, but you had that early puncture.
Yeah.
Did you think, that may be your chance going?
Yeah, absolutely. I was sort of sulking for the first 40 kilometres. Frederick was trying to keep us focused, and that was even before the rain, and keep us focused because they were keeping us sort of on a tight leash to the break, and we weren't sure how the day was going to go, but then it started raining, and the sulking probably got even worse for myself internally. But I think everything started clicking as we hit that steep climb, and as we started catching the break, it was game on. So
Now it was a very aggressive move of yours to go so early. I mean, you took them on.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the gap was like about a minute or something, and I knew to try and close that gap and not explode getting across it, needed to go really long. Frederick in the radio was telling me that they're not going to look at you. You're 13 minutes down, and to be able to comfortably close the gap and then go past and still hold on to the end, needed to go long. It was steeper at the bottom as well, so we just decided to take on from the bottom.
Now that you know that you are one of the most powerful climbers in the race, how are you going to approach the next mountain top finishes?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm one of the most powerful climbers in the race, but I mean, it gives me confidence knowing that I can sort of race from both groups, from the breakaway and the GC group. Yeah, I mean, I'm still a long way down in GC, so I mean, I'll probably get some freedom, but I don't think they'll let me go again like that from the main group so far out.
Jay, what means this one for you? What means this stage win for you?
I mean, it means everything. Your first professional win, to have it at a Grand Tour, to have it in my second year professional is pretty cool, pretty damn cool actually.
Okay,
congratulations. Well done, mate. Thanks, Jay.
Fantastic.
Harry, I know you've got to go, but pretty rough day out there, eh?
Yeah. We didn't think it was going to rain, but rained in the end, and then I didn't make the breakaway, and that was a bit of a mistake, I think, because it was a big and pretty strong break, and then we ended up in the bunch chasing really hard for most of the day, and then there was a crash at the bottom of the climb with the GC guys, and then that was crazy because the bunch split in two, the whole of Ineos in the front. So we were chasing like mad, and then basically on the second to last climb I got as far as I could and then sat up because I'm never going to win on a stage like this, so I'm just trying to save as much energy as I can, but bloody hard day.
Yeah, go back and get for a shower when you can, mate. Good ride. Just a quick one, mate. Terrible day in the office today, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it actually suits me a bit better, this weather, but it was pretty unexpected. Pretty wet out there, pretty hard climbs also.
Yeah, I didn't even see where Simon finished because of all the fog and stuff. Do you know how we're
also not sure. I know he was the first to attack of the real contenders. I think he wanted to have a crack today.
I saw that.
And then I'm still yet to find out how he went.
Yeah. All right, well, get back and have a shower, mate. You've got about 12k to ride in the freezing cold. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, there you go. There's post-race interviews. Apologies for the audio. I had the same sort of issues with those wireless Go mics. Looks like your one was going iffy, but the stick was out of action.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's have a quick look at the profile for stage 7. Looks like another pretty epic stage. We've got the Big Cat 1 with 125 Ks into the stage, 190 Ks all up. But where they finished, John, in 2018 is when Simon Yates regained the leader's jersey and retained it till Madrid. So it's got a history of jerseys flipping over. I think the same thing happened in 2016 as well. Jersey changed hands. So what are you expecting?
Yeah, look, when you have a major category climb like that so far from the finish, it doesn't normally affect the GC so much. But it's very fast from there on. There's a big run down. It's fast all the way. So it's going to be interesting, isn't it? I mean, you can't imagine Quick Step letting it go too far. So Blake will try and get away early, but I think there'll be lots of attacks on that climb is, I think it's going to be a monster stage, and I think the big boys will be racing for it again.
And Simon Yates, you spoke to him before the start. He seemed like in pretty good spirits. He was obviously attacking. And what are you expecting from Yatesy?
Yeah, look, it's not the type of stage that I would expect Simon to win, but I think he will try and get split it up on that climb. I think it's going to be a really attacking stage. So, yeah, I think Evenepoel will still be in red by the end of the day tomorrow, but a small break could get away in the last part of it, of the guys not on GC to take the stage. From there'll be only strong guys left, but there'll be a small group go clear to take the stage.
And before we go, Caleb Ewan had a win in stage 1 of the Deutschland Tour.
Yes, and he said it was it meant a lot to him because he's so devastated that he's not been selected to represent his country in his backyard. Backyard, as he said, which it is. It's only 40, 50 kilometres from his hometown, Wollongong, from Bowral. So, he's devastated, and he believes he should have been picked. So he said, "End of story. Nothing more to say about that." That's what he said. So. That's the type of guy he is anyway.
Yeah. Who's your prediction for stage 7? Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, look, I think it could be someone like Fred Wright.
Yeah?
Yep. It just he'll come back after he'll get spat in the climb, come back, and then get up the road.
Well, he's had a lot of second, like he was thereabouts at the tour, and he had a lot of impressive rides, and he's still got the form, which is great to see. And he's such a good character. So, I'd love to see him get up and get the chocolates. So we'll wait and see. Thanks again for all the support, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. YouTube.com/Detour Podcast. Johnny?
Yeah, just a veil to one of the legends of cycling who passed away today, Herman van Springel. Herman van Springel, a Belgian superstar who ran second in the Tour de France, but more famous for Paris-Bordeaux, which was the longest classic. It was a classic where they used to bring the motorbikes in. They had motor paced, I think it was about 400 kilometres. It was a ridiculously long race, and he won it 7 times. And he was my teammate. Last year I raced over there with Safir. Just a legend of a guy, one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. Not that I knew him very well. I only raced a couple of small races with him, but he was an absolute legend.
Yeah, sad to hear that news, mate. All right, we'll be back again 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in, tell your mates, and we'll see you then. Should be another epic stage. Take it easy.
Be there.